Ahoy, crypto pirates! Welcome to your Discourse Syndicate's effing hangout. I'm the Captain RG3, partying in Dallas. Everybody's outside. We're I'm gonna be trying to look at this camera here, but can we fix it? The camera's like pointing like this. Well, I'm looking. Can we bring it down a little bit? Down, like down right here about this. SJ's helping us fix up the streaming platform here. Let me see. What's it? Oh, thank you.
Hold, please.
Oh. We were trying to fix the cameras. Well, hey, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah.
Having me a lime soda water.
Lime and strawberry.
Lime and strawberry. So still, I'm looking down, but that's okay. I'll deal with it. I just don't want everybody to think I'm looking down at the ground. But anyway, we're all right, everyone. We're here party. Let me say hello to everybody. Oh, look, I see some OGs in there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at the people we got here. Let's start at the beginning. Crypto millionaires. Thank you. Thank you. Crypto millionaires. What's happening, Corey Geary? Hex bug. Hex should never be faded. Hex never should be faded. And EHEX should never be faded either. What did I tell you, folks? What did I tell you? Look at where it's at now. Look at where it's at. And you think that it's getting closer to parity now? See, this is just the end of the FUD from the bear market that some of the idiot freaking community members decided to FUD EHEX. Well, guess what? When Ethereum gets fixed, when Ethereum is running cheaper gas, what do you think is going to happen to EHEX then? You think it's big now? Wait till you see later.
Keep going.
What's going on?
Don't mind me. Just keep going.
Okay.
I'm just checking something. Okay.
We good? Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think is going to happen then? But anyway, thanks for that. Never should be faded. Sandy Beach, my lady. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Always supporter. Drix. Hey, he's saying hello to Sandy. Hexican lost in Asia. Let's go. Massive pump. 1.6 combined pennies. Yep, that's where we're at. Not really. No, we're at 1.5, I think. 1.5, 1.4. We're so back. Yes, we are. Russ, how you doing? Duke of Booze. You should be here. They are partaking of the booze. That is for sure. We've got a bar. We've got wine bar, beer bar. It's on. And we had Texas barbecue today. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, RG. Let's see. SMO Spider. Hey, welcome, welcome. Billy Boy Crypto, good to have you. Robert Kelleher, what's up, dude? What's up? The pump is green candles is in, man. Yes, they are. Let's see. Hextralian Stu. Okay, got you live from Brunny Island, Tasmania, bottom of the world, the best crypto ever. Yeah. Bottom of the world. Welcome, bottom of the world. Tasmania. We're in Tasmania. That is cool. Technology is so badass. I mean, you could barely, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, you could barely make a phone call to Tasmania, let alone stream live there on a whim, right? Funding Jim. What's up, dude? Man, I wish you were out here, bro. You should have been there at this party. I know you're busy, but we'll catch you on the next one. Paul Sash, what's up? Swearworks, OG in the house. Swearworks is old time OG. I remember Swearworks from our old streams, Hexo stream. Awesome community member. What else we got? Godfather, J6 Drix. Okay, remember everybody, this is still the F and Hangout. Even though we're here at the party, and I'm gonna walk around and show you people and whatnot, but you need to get in here. I put the invite link on. This is still the F and Hangout. Let me copy it and put it in here. This is for all of you guys. And paste. Boom. There it is. Who else was in here? Are pirates in Brunny Island? I'm sure they are. Melv Tony, what's up? Give us those price charts tonight. Let's see them, Mel. And who else? Orion. Magic Carpet Ride. What's up, dude? Good to see you guys. Tribe called Hex. How's the meetup? The meetup is freaking popping off. We had the red carpet out here, taking pictures in front of the PulseChain tour screen. Now they're out in the backyard. They got CZ's got this monster property, so they got out back 40. They got a bonfire going, and everybody's sitting around a bonfire. They got a couch and TV area out here. All listen to music. B Roots is out there. We got Crypto Kool-Aid. We got SJ. We got April here. We got, oh man, this place is popping off with Hexicans. Oh man, inviting freedom. Hello, hello. Look at that face. I love that face. You talking to me? Talking to me? Thank you. Thank you. We love yours too, even though we never see it. But yes, we love your face. Who else? See, Paul DeMarco. Hey, Hexer for Kids. Is that the Paul DeMarco does the streams out there, the crypto streams? If so, but no matter who you are, Paul, thanks for being here. Maybe follow you on Twitter if it's that Paul DeMarco. Viber Finance. Hey, I think we're gonna stream together next week. Crypto Compassion. What's up, dude? Good to have you in here. Thanks for coming. Crypto CPT. Yo, homie, what's up? And then that's it. That's everybody. Well, welcome everyone. Glad to have you here. This is your stream, so please come in and join us. I'm gonna see if I can get some Hexicans to come on over here. Maybe B Roots will come by and say hello. Excuse me. So that you can hear what's going on in the party. Where do we find the best wooden jewelry? Oh, I know what that was a dig. I'm sorry, Freedom. He didn't mean to dig at you. Yeah. So anyway.
Do you want me to take over so you go grab people?
Huh?
Do you want me to go grab people, or do you want me to take over?
Yeah, would you?
No, there's not. No, there's not. I saw it myself. Really? It's just the lime soda water and the strawberry soda water.
I don't know. Anyway, all right. So to salt too, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe I grabbed the wrong one.
I don't know.
We have a question for you. Yeah, Steve has a question.
Yeah, I don't think that was mine.
I think you're right. I think
someone else's. Oof. They handed me somebody else's drink. Oh, okay. So you want to see a poll? I had a hex tattoo right here. Let's see if I can get it on the screen. A little hex tattoo right there on my one of my pirates. Got a hex tattoo. Just a little one. They wanted me to put one on my neck and film it for the movie, but I thought nah. RG just broke his 23 years of sobriety. No, somebody gave me a cup with some nasty stuff in it. I don't know what it was, but it tasted like salt, like from a margarita. Maybe they just got some from the bar on it or whatever. But anyway, let's see. DJ and Dougie, what's happening? So yesterday I was streaming with Axis, and we were talking about some things that were kind of ringing in the bull run, what we thought are signals that the bull run is here. And that was some of the big moves that are happening. Bitcoin, if you watch some of the big wallets, you'll see that some really big moves have been going on for like the past, say, 3-4 weeks. And I'm talking 50, 60, 70 million. And then over the last week, we started seeing $100 million moves. And not just one of them, but like 4 or 5 a day. And then over the last couple of days, we've seen them just growing exponentially. And just this morning, we saw 1.2, or maybe it was yesterday, we saw $1.2 billion Bitcoin move. So that's just saying that bottom's done. This thing's about to take off. I mean, look at just this week. Look at what HEX is doing. Look at what EHEX is doing. EHEX. Why is EHEX moving? Maybe it's a little easier for those people. Once Bitcoin starts moving, once things start happening over there, that's when everything starts trickling in the rest of the market. So why are we moving now in Ethereum and Bitcoin, and now Hex is starting to move over this last week? Telling you, that's what's happening. Oh, we got Black Hexican back there. Yeah, I think that we are starting the bull run. Now, that doesn't say that we couldn't have a little fake out here first, maybe get a tighter bottom, get a little tighter. I don't know. That's the risk. You know, we always got to mitigate our risks, know what our risk tolerance is before we do anything. So think about that before you start making any moves. But months ago, when everybody else was flooding HEX, I was telling everybody that that's the bargain. Why? Because it was bargain prices. And why was it bargain prices? Because some assholes in this community decided to FUD it when PulseChain came out. That's what it was. That was exactly what it was. And more than likely, those same assholes are the ones that went and bought a bunch of it up when it dumped. So be very careful about who you're listening to, what they're saying, and what they've done for this community. Are they extracting value out of it, or are they giving back? Are they doing things? Did they work during the bear market? Did they continue to bring content? Did they continue to do things for the community? Did they continue to grow and develop and promote what's going on here? Or did they FUD things, ditch out, bitch everybody out? I mean, come on, look who they are. Look what they've done. I don't know. It's really pisses me off because I've seen this community get built so many times, and I've been accused of it myself. But you know, it obviously just rolls off my back because that's not who I am or what I've done. My record is pure. I am a purist Hexican. I'm the one who's been making sure that everything that we do is above board. Everything that we do isn't bilking money out of the system, isn't taken away from Hex. It's an added value to Hex. That's what we do. So, yeah. HEX fudders. Yep. If you listen to them, you made a mistake. Sorry. So anyway, let me see what it said. Oh boy. Fighting freedom and kinetics are fighting. Like always. Traders lost, miners and validators win. Yes. Logi 33. I see that. Lost child. Oh, you're just putting some memeing in. Greetings. Hey, believe in yourself. I'm just going to answer questions because there ain't nobody coming in yet. I'm supposed to be out here partying. I was hoping to turn it over to a bunch of people. Do. Okay. HEX is great. All right. So I just lost my train of thought. Damn it. What else was I going to say? Maybe it'll hit me again. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Oh, one of you Hexicans that did this, you're in big trouble. So what happened was somebody was on Tone Vase's freaking stream, whatever he was doing, looking at a chart. The guy actually he literally said this, and then a Hexican punked him, but he said, I'm bullish on the fake news that made Bitcoin pump. That's what he said. He said he was bullish on the fake news, and he was pointing on his chart. That's the kind of shit that these guys are feeding down your throats. You really gonna listen to that crap? That's the guy that gets millions of people to follow him and give him money to go eat steak with and shit? That's bullshit, man. And then right after he gets done saying that ridiculously stupid thing, he gets a question. And he says, I got a question from da. I said, fucking Hexicans, man. You guys got him. You got him good. That was great. Whoever it was that did that, you did a great job. What do we got? We got a CZ behind me here. You gonna say hi to everybody or just?
Howdy, guys. Woo! How are you doing? Love you, Sam. Love my fabulous RG.
She's throwing an awesome party. We have everything here. It's freaking perfect. We got a creeper. Yeah. She's creeping. And it's about 9 here, so it's just getting started. All right, so we got some Hexicans showing up. I'm gonna pull everybody up now. We got Dr. H. What's happening? How you doing? I may or may not be able to hear you. Let me see. Yeah, there you go. I can hear you now.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, just got off the plane from England. I'm back in Canada. So yeah, but just before I go to bed, I thought I'd come and say, hey.
Everybody's moved into here, so I can't hear you. Hold on. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Doctor. What's going on?
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. I've just got off the plane. I've been in England for a week, so I've just got back to North America now. And I tell you, there's something that I've got to get off my chest. And this is something that's creeping. It's been creeping for a while. When I was in England, I've got a bank account in England. It was a bank called Barclays, one of the major banks there. And I used to do a little bit of crypto out of it. And they shut that down. That was about 2 years ago. And when I just got into crypto, got into HEX, got into making sacrifices, that was my first experience of crypto. I realized that I was pulling like a lot of money out of my bank to put into crypto. And I was just thinking the banks must get really sick of this. And my major bank now is called BMO in Canada. They've basically locked up $60,000 of mine at the moment for the last week and a half, which I was moving into crypto. So it's so obviously we're waking them up. We're waking them up big style. I think we lost your sound there, Captain. All right.
Wow. Sorry to hear that. I had the same, well, not the same kind of issue. Yeah, that might work. I don't know. Nah, it's all right. It's all right. I got my hearing in.
You had a similar issue.
So I had a situation with True USD, and what was it called? Prime. Is it Prime? Yeah, Prime Finance, whatever it was. It was their money house, I guess. Went bankrupt, and I was in the middle of a transaction, and that transaction got stuck. And then they wouldn't. It took me a couple of weeks to get them to send it back to me, and then they sent it to a wallet that I couldn't get access to. But anyway, it turned out all right. On top of them making mistakes, I made a mistake too, but ended up getting it back. But it was a significant amount of money, and it's really scary when you do a transaction like that and it disappears or it gets held up. So I hear you.
What actually agrees me the most is that this is a major bank, and they've just decided that they're going to put the whole ethos at the moment, or the whole narrative that they're hiding behind, is that we want to stop scams. And every bit of paperwork they come out as something to do with scam this, scam that. And I know it's a load of bullshit, because they're seeing the crypto over like the savings of people's savings. A lot more savings are going into crypto, and they're just using that as a narrative to clamp down on the bank accounts, which is exactly why I got into crypto in the first place. I was up on the hill when the trucks were like calling for freedom, and I was worried that I was getting my money locked up, because I donated to that cause. The woman that collected all the money, she'd got her money locked up. And then when I found out about crypto, I thought, well, at least this is definitely a solution. And actually, just another example of freedom of money movement. Where I am, we get a lot of people new to Canada, so refugees. And one guy I met, I mean, I was in the military. I was like you. I was in the Navy, so I was, I was on the bridges of the ship. So, for example, we had navigators there. I had a Ukrainian navigator come into my office, because now I'm a doctor. He came in for some care, and he had traveled across the Ukraine in a car with his wife to get away from the Russians. And then he escaped from the Russians, had to leave some of his family behind, had to leave his money behind. Obviously, crypto isn't a thing for him, so he didn't have any kind of emergency funds in the form of crypto, which if he had, he could have used that. And he's got back to England. He gave up his job. Well, he hasn't given up his job. He isn't qualified here as a navigator. He's qualified in the Ukraine. So now he's 65 years old. He's laying lawns and doing landscaping. So he's basically started again.
Options not working.
Sorry, what's not working?
I'm back.
Hey, yep.
I'm back.
Right, carry on.
What's happening, ID?
All good. All good. How's everyone?
Yeah,
Good times in Texas.
Good, man. I'm at this party, so I can hardly hear everybody, but
Sounds fun.
how you been?
Been good. Been good. Everything good. So how are you, Doc?
Yeah, good. I was just explaining that I had a Ukrainian guy came in. He escaped from the Russians. He crossed over, exited from Poland. He crossed from a city in the east of the Ukraine. He was a navigator of ships, so obviously he was like pretty high up as far as earnings go for a Ukrainian chap. And he moved over here. He was 65 when he arrived here. He had nothing left. I had to leave it all behind. And then about 3 weeks ago, he said to me, I've got to go back. I've got to go back to get my money out of the bank. He's got to sign. He can't do anything online at all. And I was just thinking, if he'd had moved some of his funds into crypto, that would have been an emergency fund that he'd have access to. And for me, that's one of the most powerful things of this thing that we've got this value exchange that we can move around on the internet. So that really just reinforced to me one of the reasons why this is so important. And I'm from Canada as well, and I was involved in the freedom convoy that they had, and lots of people were getting their money frozen. But lots of people were getting their money frozen. I'm like, man, and I was worried. Even started trying to think about moving money around, but I wasn't into crypto then. But since then, I've discovered it, bought the tops, and I am in. I'm in for in fact, probably until I leave, until I check out.
There you go. That's good. I mean, like that was a wake up call for when I started noticing that they could go against the exchanges, and then even when the exchanges would stand up against them, like Kraken did, then they kind of went against, like Jesse Power, the CEO of Kraken. So it's almost like, all right, well, either you're gonna say what we tell you to, or else. And that's when I was like, ooh.
It's funny you mentioned I've got two exchanges as one. I mean, it's crazy because you've got to give passports and photo. So the KYC up the wazoo. So it's all government authorized, the exchanges. But then the bank's like, no, I'm not putting my money that way. And I've got, like I said, I've got literally $12,000 at the moment tied up, and there's $40,000 that they won't move. So I'm just putting a little bit of time. And actually one of those, the exchange that I am using, they're so incognito, it's crazy. So clearly they've worked out that they can't have it can't be Kraken exchange. The money order can't be to Kraken. The money order's got to be a third party that then sends it to Kraken. So it's kind of crazy, but and it hasn't cost me because you make money while you buy and sell. But I wanted to make a move a week ago to get myself ready for later. But anyway.
Yeah, no, that's been happening here for a while. Though I want to say they approved something at the end of 2021 here that I started like yelling at at anyone that would listen, because I since I prepare taxes, I do crypto taxes. They started asking us for all these like 1099Bs that now they're going to be created. They're going to be new forms. So now they're going to be called 1099s DAs. So instead of the broker 1099, it's going to be like a digital asset 1099, like a new one. But all the stuff that they were asking me all the way since like September of 2021, right? Like maybe 60 days before they finalized the law, because they had signed it in the middle of 2021 and then they amended it, which I thought the amendments were going to be pro crypto, but they ended up, I mean, they added basically everyone now is a broker. Every crypto is a property, which is a security based on those rules that they approve. It was called the IIJA in November of 2021. And I just started telling everyone because I was like, me personally, I couldn't do that in a way that's economical. Like if I have a client with maybe 20 or 50 transactions, I can go in the blockchain and download, a CSV file and probably be done in 15, 30 minutes. But some of the clients, I mean, they might be having 4,000, 5,000 transactions. If I don't run them through a crypto tax software, I wouldn't be able to finish in 2 or 3 hours. I mean, I probably had to charge them $4,000 or $5,000 just to complete our return. It would be ridiculous because the amount of time that I would work on the return doesn't justify the amount of money that they're making. They might have lost money, and then I would have to charge this crazy amount of money because I'm having to spend that amount of time. So I started alerting as many people as I could, just saying, hey, this stuff that they're asking, they're gonna come after DeFi, because what's gonna happen is they don't care that DeFi is not a corporation. They cannot come up with a 1099. They don't care that they don't have a system set up that way. They just care that the system was created. So someone has to take accountability for those forms. And then I was just, so yeah. I mean, probably like through 2020 and 2019, that's pretty much what I was doing. Just I got subcontracted by a company out of Israel called BitTax, and then we were doing just workshops through all the agencies. I mean, it was almost like IRS, Spain, SUNAT, which is like the tax authority in Peru.
Right. So
So it was interesting.
just to add a kind of a little bit of value to the chat and people, could I ask you a couple of questions? I mean, I know obviously I'm in Canada, you're I guess in the US, so it's probably not applicable, but it's just the principles. I'm very much about principles, be it crypto, chiropractic, or money in general. So I was self-employed, and now I'm a corporation, and I became a corporation. Because I was earning more than my outgoings. So my living expenses, I was earning a little bit more. So in other words, you would make savings, but I understand the most cost-effective way to deal with those savings is to actually put it through a corporation. So that's obviously you've got to be making enough money to pay for the account and the extra expenses of a corporation. So crypto-wise, what's your view on just buying crypto yourself as opposed to putting it through a corporation?
Here is better if you do it through an LLC. If you're filing your 1120S, if you have a little more options. You can deduct the gas. You can get away with other stuff. Me personally, I recommend everyone to do it, especially if they're doing big amounts, because that way they can open other accounts. They can open business accounts. You can open a Coinbase Prime account. You'll have additional withdrawal limits. There's a lot of people that they don't figure that out, but they're limited to their withdrawals. And then at the end of the year, when they want to remove maybe big amounts, then they're told maybe you can only move $1,000 a day, or maybe this much. So by being in
Sorry, if I was a small crypto investor or a crypto investor, not necessarily a big corporation, at what point would I say, oh, I need to make myself a
great
corporation?
question. Probably when the limits affect you. So let's say, I mean, there were some of us that we came in as, just little flounders, and then all of a sudden the price just started bumping and doing what it was doing, and then all of a sudden most of those accounts, they just weren't that good anymore, especially if you were limited to only $1,000 a day or $10,000 a week, and then you needed to remove a lot of money. So probably around that time, or if you want to make sure that you want to have like a broker dealer license or something to make sure that once all this stuff gets implemented January 1st of 2026, then you can still buy and sell your own crypto without having to go through the Coinbase and Kraken and Geminis, which are going to be bigger than the banks. Unless they fix this law. I mean, unless they fix this law, the centralized exchanges are going to be the new banks.
Right.
they have too much power and too much control of crypto, and then there's too little of them. And then if it happens, what happened with the bit license in New York, which they said it was going to be so great, open up so many companies were going to come in, and now it's been like 8 years of bit license, and there's less licenses now than in 2018. So
as a small person, as a private investor, I would, when the amount of earnings start to hit the earning limits, that's when you'd start to think about setting yourself up as a corporation. Is that right?
I would do it now. I mean, especially if you have the funds, or if you know how to, if you know how to do it. I mean, like right now, you can go through LegalZoom and do it for like $300, $400. I mean, so I would do it. You're gonna limit your liabilities.
So, I personally don't, because I got
can you guys hear me? So somebody just put it in the chat too. Mountain Crypto Advisors. That's what we help mitigate is these type of issues. So Mountain Crypto Advisors with the ERS. That's my company. Also belongs to Kinetics, and we help people. We're a small family shop, so we help people tax mitigate, set up trusts, LLCs, and corporations to move their crypto from the fiat world to the crypto world, the fiat world. We don't have custody of anybody's coins or anybody's keys or anything like that. We set up the trusts and advise on how to make the movements and to place it in certain trusts so that you can tax mitigate and also protect assets. Those are the things those are the most important things that once you start to gain crypto wealth. I think these are products that everybody should have. Everybody should have a revocable or an irrevocable trust. Everybody should have a DApp to put your properties in and your assets of value. And then you should also have a foundation and a CRUT, that's what it's called, a remainder trust. That should be everybody should have those set up. And they're really beneficial once you're like in the $1 million to $3 million range. Before that, they're not cheap to put together. I went out looking in through my CPA, and it was about $50,000 to set all these things up. And we're doing it for much less at Mountain Crypto Advisors. So you guys should either reach out to Kinetics or go to mountaincryptoadvisors.com if this is something that you're looking into. Also, we're getting ready to start moving these out of the country. I think we can do the UK now, and I'm not sure about Canada, but you can give Kinetics a ring and he'll let you know.
Sweet.
So, Captain, is that I think you said that was for people that have got, say, like $1 million. Is it at that level they would approach you, or could they approach when they're still just getting going like me?
We've got people that have approached us and put these things together with less. But I'm just saying, when it comes to price and everything, that's about the sweet spot for people over $1 million.
Could I ask another question?
But as far as the banks go, I've moved significant amounts of money back and forth, and I've had no problems. But I do have a banker that happens to be a Hexican, that happens to work at the same company that I bank with, and he has told me that there are flags that have been put up on my account, and they haven't stopped any of my transactions, but they have monitored. So, it's kind of fishy that they would do stuff like that. But
I think this is just starting for me. This is just starting because I've had no problems up to now the last year and a half, but I've noticed I'm getting more and more beware of scam notifications coming out. And I know they're just seeding that idea to people so that they could say, no, I'm going to stop your funds until we sort it out. So a question to both of you, well, if Captain can hear. So as a business, I've obviously got an accountant. As a corporation, I've got an accountant. Should I have a crypto accountant? Because he seems to not know anything about crypto, but he says, well, it's okay. It's the same sort of thing. It's the same idea.
As long as they can do forensics for you. Like if they don't know how to do forensics, then you would need to get someone. Maybe it can be an enrolled agent like I am, like it doesn't have to be someone that's a CPA and they're going to charge this amount of money. But then as long as they can do the forensic part, because most of them, they're going to be able to file like 8949 forms for you. with all the cost basis and all that. But then if you have missing transactions, then they have to go into the blockchain, look them up,
So
verify
the
the
forensics
activity.
is like the blockchain analysis. That's what
Blockchain
you call
analysis, pretty
forensics.
much, yeah. As long as it's someone that can track for you where your money came from, your paycheck, through Coinbase, through the blockchain, through DeFi, and then
Yeah.
they can track that whole, because it's in your best interest, because um, if the IRS gets an incomplete form for you, most of the times you're going to owe them, so they're not going to care. They're just going to be like, oh, cool, they're paying us extra. So it's up to you to find all the amount of money that you can save, and then you can.
And then, so me as an individual, say I'd only made a couple of transactions, I just want to check it myself. Like for the people that I do, where they're just simple, just after some simple ideas for beginners. So what would you just run a spreadsheet and you just record what you spent, what you bought, the price you bought it at, the date you bought it, and then when you come around to selling it, that's going to be the clincher, isn't it? So you could have had 3 or 4 years of no profit, like I've had. Particularly negative profit, but then it's when you actually sell it at the end, because I've not had negative profit because I've not sold anything. So
don't forget your loss on your sacrifices too.
Sorry,
your loss on your sacrifices if you sacrifice for Pulse and PulseX. My guess is that that's going to be able to be added to your loss column.
I hope people are.
Yeah. That's a very good point. I mean, I know that's how it was. Wow. Anyway, I'd like to be at the position where I need some losses to offset my gains, though. So I'm happy to see the green candles.
Gotcha. The good thing though is those you can always carry over. So then you can carry over, and then on a year that you do have them, then you can.
Okay. Right. Great. Thanks a lot. Thanks,
guys. I need to head out. Thank you so much. I've been Cap. Have fun.
All right, you heading out? All right, man. See you later, ID. All right, everybody. Well, I'm being told to get back to the party. Wanted to just say hello to everybody. Get the stream started. Thanks for coming in, Doc. Appreciate you.
Thanks for letting me vent. Yep. Thank you very much. And a warning, I guess, not warning, just red flag for people.
Yeah. Well, it is going on. I don't know if it's. I think that it's individuals that I hear this every once in a while. Like somebody will come in and say, "Oh man, I'm getting gate kept at my bank." Blah 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 blah, and then I still see nothing, and then I'll see somebody else say it later. It's just like it's kind of random when they start to choose people to look at. So I don't know why or what their methodology is, but it happens every once in a while.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, Captain. Have a great party. I'm
going
to head down.
All right, everybody. Thanks for coming. It's oops. There we go. It's been real fun. I'm gonna go have some real fun now at the party. They're all telling me to get in here. So I appreciate you all for coming by. Just wanted to still keep streaming no matter what. We're, bringing content, bringing the good news, the bad news, the ugly news. But hey, RG's saying the bull market has started. I ain't saying it's going to be in hard in the next few months, but it started. There's some serious movement going on. You need to keep an eye out. If you're DCA&N, now's the time. Make sure that you got everything you want, because once it starts moving, it moves fast, very, very fast. Just remember, when Axis and I looked at the order books yesterday, there's just a little resistance. $2 million comes into the system, and boom, there is no freaking orders in there. Those orders are very, very thin, and we just blow right through those order books, and bam, we're on to the next level. And you're somewhere 3 cent land. And then after 3 cent land, the FOMO just gets you into 12 cent land. And then after your 12 cent land, you're looking at 20 cent land. So anyway, just realize it's coming. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for coming. Be good.